Hello and welcome to the Phoenix Police Podcast. This is going to be the first episode, completely rebranded, formerly the 5-0 Info Show. We are now the Call Box. And there's a reason why, Rob, we're going to call it the Call Box. But I want to introduce my co-host, as always, PIO Sergeant Rob Shearer back in the chair, long sleeves, fresh off a press event.
Slightly warm. It's fine. We'll get through it.
Why is it so warm in here? Where are we?
Yes. We're at the new 100 West building, future Phoenix PD headquarters within the communications center that we just unveiled today. Got an awesome guest in our second segment, but yeah, let's get to the rebranding. Everything's changing except for us, except for the talent level, so hopefully everything else brings us up to make us more digestible. So
the whole reason behind the rebrand is that we wanted something uniquely Phoenix. We wanted something tied to our history, something that we can identify with. And I don't know if you remember this or not, but I mean, the very last remnant of the old school way of policing was the call box. And the reason is that before telephones or shortly after telephones, this is how the community either corresponded with the police department or the police department would call into their radio or their dispatcher centers. This would be before radios.
Right.
To find out what's going on. And that's really the issue that we're trying to convey here. That's the goal of the show, the Call Box. We want to give information to the public about what's going on, kind of a communications, theme here.
Yeah.
But really, we're going to cover the same similar formats. We're going to talk about police issues. We're going to talk about community safety. We're going to talk about, we'll probably keep the briefing book segment where we can talk about things that have happened recently, bringing on special guests like our guest today. And there's a fitting tie to communications here. But the history part of that call box is, as I understand it, back in 1888 in Chicago, they used waterproof metal boxes with phones in them directly tied to the precinct. So people could either pick up those phones and call police, or police officers nearby, when they heard the ring. Maybe you've seen the old images of the police officers swinging a key on a chain. That key went to a call box. You open that up, pick it up, and you get the information about the call.
Just a wild way of policing that is completely foreign to the likes of us. I mean, I can't fathom doing this job without a radio to be able to get to a dispatcher and to get to someone that I can communicate with to give my needs so they can address it. Working basically without a lifeline out there is wild to me. But at that time, I can only imagine the incredible innovation and the excitement that officers in the public had at that point when they invented it and put it into fruition.
Yeah, speaking about innovation in tech, we are going to talk with the administrator over our communications bureau. That's our 911 call taker in the dispatch center. We call them communications operators. A lot of them are cross-trained. A lot of them do so many things in a day. And they carry that weight and the burden of not being able to physically reach out and grab us, but they connect to us through the radio and connecting to the 911 callers on their worst day ever, getting that information to police officers so we can get there and do the help that we signed up to do. So the whole reason behind this call box is we want it to be a connection with our community. We understand that there's a lot of our own third shifters that are up early on Sunday mornings listening to the call box, and hopefully we can connect with them. Maybe they'll shoot me an email with some funny roasts or something like that. We could share that, do a mailbag episode.
Yeah.
Really, it's whatever we want to do with this show.
Yeah, and I think specific to today, that excitement we talked about when that call box was made back in the good old 1800s. I think we have some of that excitement today, opening this center, get Allie in here, explain some of those advancements that just bring everything together, community, officers on the street, and that in between, our communicators. So
yeah. So this is a big move. So we're moving from the police headquarters, which is 7th Avenue, Washington, over to the new police headquarters building. It's a 24-foot story. It's a lot bigger than 24 feet. 24-story building that's going to house most of the police department, centrally located in one place. But the very first working functional group in here occupying the space is going to be the Communications Bureau. We're going to have Allie on to talk about what that entails, maybe even bring up some of the way that we used to do things, because we like to honor our history here on the call box. But that's going to be a really great conversation, and hopefully we'll be able to pull some of the press event that you had hosted earlier, put that on our socials so people can kind of see what transpired today, hear directly from the dignitaries, mayor and council that appeared today to talk, and share that information.
Yep.
So we're excited to have her. So we want you to stick around, and we'll be right back.
I'm a busy mom. I'm also a Phoenix police officer devoted to keeping our community safe.
I'm a Little League coach. And I'm a Phoenix police detective and a part of the team here too.
Find endless career options with one of America's best large employers.
Welcome back to the call box. I love saying that, Rob.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
our new name for the show, because 50 Info, although people understand where 50 kind of refers to police and everything, it actually came from Hawaii 50, the 50th state. We are the 48th state.
We are
48
not the
Info
50th
just
state.
doesn't quite have the same ring, but
Yeah, and we're into the historical element, especially you, call box. It's there to generate and give people info, and that's what we're here to do.
that's where you go for police info. And we're going to actually bring on our guest right now, Allie Edwards, the Bureau Administrator over the Communications Bureau. Why is today so important?
Allie, I'll give you the floor. This is a great day. We're here in your building, 23rd floor. You have 3 floors. Tell us what you do here. Tell us what's exciting about being here at the new 100 West building.
Yeah, today we really unveiled the new building to City Council and Mayor and everybody, and had everybody come down to see our brand new state-of-the-art building. So we have 3 floors, like you said. We have a whole training floor, a 911 floor, and a radio dispatch floor.
How is this different than where we came from? Because we have a backup in the basement of 620. We have 100 West Elwood, which is property and communications. How far have we come now from those 2 locations?
We've come so far. Like someone said it earlier, we literally went from the basement to the penthouse, which is very, very true. So we have just the space and the views and the attention to detail for our communications operators, from ergonomic desks to sit and stand and cooling systems in it, to state-of-the-art gym and a mother's room, which was a huge for our employees here, and a quiet room. We really wanted to focus on the amenities for them and to get them brand new equipment and to feel like we are the 5th largest city. We should be proud and we should show it, and these 3 floors really show that.
Yeah, I think this place is second to none. Obviously, we're slightly biased, but second to none. Let's talk about you on a personal level. You started when you were 19. We're not giving away your age or saying how long you've been here, but started when you were 19. Let's talk about your movement through the ranks and getting here. Now you're running the show, you're steering the ship, and you get to steer the ship in a place like this.
Yeah, it's been cool to see it, because I started in the basement of 620. That's where I did my training, and then eventually moved over to Elwood, became a trainer, became a supervisor, worked in our training office. When this project started, I was the administrative supervisor, so I got to help with the design of a little bit, seeing what desk we wanted, what technology we wanted in this building, and now be able to be the administrator and launch this building and unveil this building. It's really fulfilling and it's really cool.
So I've been like you, and like you, Rob, I've been a government worker for quite some time. And some of the pushback that I think we get in some cases is, why, if you're public servants, why do you need all these posh things? Why do you need all these cush benefits? Why is it important that we have nice things for our people? And you're in a unique position given the nature of your job and the jobs of our comm operators. Why is that important?
It's important because we hear people talk about the worst day that they are having, anywhere from their car just got broken into to potentially a shooting. We hear that first, and it's a lot of stress on our employees. And it's one call can be a really active call that's high stress, and your next call could just be a report call where you're helping someone or giving them a phone number. So it's a roller coaster every day. So it's important for them to have a space where they feel like they can go and they can decompress, where they can work out in the gym if they need it. It's a hard job, and they deserve those amenities, and they deserve to have that space in order to relax at the end of the day, or take some time during their shift in order to continue to provide the service to the community that we all want to do. That's why we all started. We want to be public servants, and we want to help everybody.
Yeah, let's talk about the job itself, just from an officer's perspective, and all the time we kind of give that perspective because that's all.
That's what we know.
We can. So, but it's many of people in our line of the work. We look at your guys' job and say there is no way. We get to be dispatched to something and see the culmination of something. You guys are on your 2nd or 3rd call since you sent us there, or you're that dispatcher that you're our lifeline. Like I think a few people said it today in the press conference. When we hear that voice of something, because we get to know everybody's voices, it's a weird kind of dynamic and weird relationship, because you hear those voices and the calmness we get from that person that we know they're going to be able to take care of us, or they're going to get us what we need. It's an incredible job, and that you did it from 19 years old now to this point. What kind of other advantages is this? Like, think about back when you were 19 and I don't want to say the dungeon, but in the basement of 620. What other advantages are going to help in bringing people in, keeping people here, and then obviously potentially getting them, that 19-year-old that's starting this week, getting them to your phase at some point?
Yeah, the windows, honestly, and the views are a huge thing. So we get to go out and we get to see the sunrise and we get to go out and see the sunset. And I could just think about like taking a call and being in a stressful call and then being able to look out into the windows, just having that perspective, like it sets your mind differently, right? And so you get to see everything. And then I also joke, I'm like, I can't wait for the first person that tells me they get to see a vehicle pursuit and we get to watch it outside of our window.
It's happening.
Yeah,
in your
it's
view.
happening. You're like, oh my gosh,
Call
it's
it
right
out.
there.
Pay attention to what's in front of you.
So it's rewarding. It's a lot of stress, but to your point, like coming here into this facility, I'd be like, wow, like this is what the Phoenix Police looks like. Like this is our department, and it's a sense of pride being here and being able to work in this. And that's what I hope people coming in and new employees see is how much pride the department has and how much they've invested in us.
Yeah, I'm looking around this building. A lot of hard work went into getting everybody moved in here, the design of it and things. Everything looks fitting for a top 5 city. We got about a few seconds left. Speak to the person who might be on the fence about wanting to be a communications operator and why they need to come to this Phoenix, a top 5 city, working in 100 West Washington.
Well, when we have air conditioning. So I can never do your job because I don't have air conditioning, but we have air conditioning. It's inside. But if you're on the fence about it and you want to do something where you're helping people, but you're not sure if you want to be outside and being an officer or even being like a nurse, you're still helping people on the phone and you're getting them that help that they need. As a dispatcher, you are getting the officers the help that they need when they're in their moment of crisis as well. So we have a great family. We're really a family here and we're a team. So
yeah, absolutely. We definitely feel a connection to our communications operators. I want to thank Administrator Allie Edwards for coming back on the show, but being the first guest on the call box. I want to thank my co-host, as always, Rob Scherer, PIO Rob Scherer.
Exciting transition, Boz. This is going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Thanks to the crew for producing. I want to remind you, the viewer, you too can help solve crime in your community by sending tips to Silent Witness. Visit silentwitness.org and call 480-WITNESS. Visit us on all social media platforms and catch some of these views. We're going to put them up there on the site so you can see them. Also reminding, we are hiring both sworn and communications operators. Go to joinphxpd.com. And until next time, be safe.